What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to share a story on how I personally got good at sales. The reality is I just studied it like a madman and I practice. The thing is, sales is actually a skill that you can develop and you become better at. It's not something that you're naturally born with. Sure, there are natural born salespeople, but I was not that person. I am someone who's very shy. I'm very closed off. If you see me in a public setting, chances are you're going to see me with my arms crossed because I'm just a naturally closed off person. I have no problem opening it up. It's just not my natural state. Sales calls was something that was brand new to me. I've always been so nervous to talk to people and go up and strike up a conversation. So sales calls, calling up people on the phone and trying to sell them my program, that was absolutely terrifying for me. But I knew it was the highest income producing activity that I could possibly do for myself and to make money. And I knew there was no other choice that I had in order other than to get really good at sales. And so what did I do to get good at sales and practice sales? There's a couple things. Number one is I hired a sales mentor, someone to help me build a script for my program. So that way I knew confidently exactly what I needed to say on the sales calls. And I was able to work with someone on how to handle objections. We really went through role plays. I would pretend to handle objections. He would give me objections. We would really just get reps in. It was just good practice to allow me to get exposed to all the different kinds of objections in a safe setting where I'm able to practice saying different stuff. So the first thing was hiring a coach, getting exposure to objections in a safe setting. Another thing was building a script, having a custom script built for me so that way I knew exactly what I was saying rather than just going in and trying to figure out, trying to wing a conversation without having a strict plan. The beautiful thing is with PTBI, we actually build you a script. We are your sales coaches. We've built you the script, and so you know exactly what you're gonna say at all times of the sales call because we've taken hundreds of calls ourselves. We've perfected the script, and so that way you know you have a guaranteed system to get to the close. The next thing is I continued learning about books, through YouTube videos. And one of the best books that I had ever read was this book called The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. It is a book that I recommend to all of our students. It just really helps you understand the psychology of sales. That way you can go into each sales call knowing what the true objective is. You're simply just trying to help people and also kind of overcome their genuine concerns when it comes to joining your program. But the other thing too is that when you're getting an objection, you know it's not a true objection. You know it's simply just a concern that they have that they're not being truthful about. And so it allows you to kind of reframe these objections and tackle the objections in a way that's going to allow you to overcome them confidently. A couple more of the things that we used to do is I used to record all my calls. Actually, I still record all of my calls. The reason is I always watched my calls back for two reasons. If the call was good, I looked for what made the call good. That way I can recreate that call over and over again to get into flow state and to help increase my chances of closing by studying what went well. The second reason is I tried to decipher and study what went wrong on the call. Where did I mess up? Where did I lose the sale? What could I have said differently that was gonna make a difference? Recording my calls made a magical difference because I was able to refine and reflect on each and every single one of my calls to improve by 1% for each call. Now, lastly, this is something I remember vividly, is I would visualize the call. Every single day in the shower, I would practice the script. I would pretend as if I was speaking to someone. And sometimes if I was actually just on a call that didn't close, I would pretend that I was on a call with that person specifically and try out what I should have said differently. Here's where it went wrong and here's where I should have went differently. And I would actually visualize myself staying on the call as long as possible and working through every single objection. And that helped me become desensitized to working through objections because I had done it in my mind so many times that when someone gave me an objection, I was super confident in how I was going to handle it. So those are the tips that I had when it came to myself improving with sales. If you guys want to become better closers and better salespeople for your fitness business, highly recommend checking out PTBI. The links are down below. You guys can check out what we're all about. You can see how you can get started and you can also see how we can help. So if you guys want to check that out, click it down below and we'll see you in the next video.